Welcome to John Gets Games. Today I'll be doing a 3 on a theme style vlog where I have a specific theme. In this case it is box covers, and there are 3 different categories in which I'm going to rate the best ones. It has nothing to do with the components inside the box, just who has the best cover. I was tagged to do one of these by Paul Grogan over at Gaming Rules Videos, so let's get into it. The first category is which of the games in my collection would have the best box cover for a movie poster. And I went through all the games in my collection and it was actually surprisingly hard. There's a bunch of good contenders here, but ultimately I had to go with Eclipse. The box cover on this is so epic. You've got all these large faces of aliens and worlds and spaceships and stars flying all around. It looks like an amazing science fiction movie. I would love to see the movie Eclipse, and I mean, I really like the game. It has a space opera epic kind of feel to it as you are invading a bunch of systems and customizing your starships, but none of that matters when we're talking about the cover, and the cover does such a good job of conveying all those different things in just this really awesome way. It really feels like it's about to tell you a story with that cover, and that's what you would want in a movie poster. The second category is which game box cover from my collection would I most prefer to have hanging on my wall as just a poster, as art. And this was also a little bit difficult. There were a couple of close contenders like Abyss and Karmaka, which is a game that hasn't quite come out yet. It's a Kickstarter prototype that was sent to me with amazing art, but ultimately I had to go with Shadow Throne. The cover on this game and all the art throughout the whole game has that same aesthetic, just blows me away. I am actually good friends with the designer of this game, so I got to see it going through development. And the first time I started seeing the images that he was going to be using for this game, I just loved them. And ultimately this box cover is just stunning. I love the art style, and I know not everybody is going to like this art style, but ultimately if we're talking about stuff to put on your wall, you got to go with something that really appeals to your certain given aesthetic, and this is just it for me. I love it. And now for the third and final category, which is which game box cover in my collection best exemplifies a guy holding something in front of a distant background. Now this might seem like a rather specific theme, but I was surprised to find probably 20 or 30 games in my collection that specifically matched this criteria. I was very surprised. And I went back and forth on a couple. I almost went with Seven Wonders Duel, but at the end of the day, I have to go with Alien Frontiers. I just love this hard sci-fi aesthetic. It really brings me back to my childhood when I just loved reading Isaac Asimov and Arthur C. Clarke and a whole bunch of other hard sci-fi authors, and this cover's great. He's holding a flag on a distant planet with stars and other stuff in the background. There's just so much going on there, and the art style, like I said, it just directly matches the covers of all those science fiction books I loved as a kid. So ultimately, I've got to give Alien Frontiers the nod. And now it's time for me to tag somebody else. John Perkis from Actual Law Board Game Videos. I would love to see what your top 3 board game covers are for these 3 categories. If you'd like to see more board game vlogs like this one, as well as in-depth board game reviews and full game playthroughs, please subscribe to my channel. Also, you can directly support my channel at patreon.com/JonGetsGames. Thanks for watching.